Welcome children, 11th Commerce, Chapter 5, Hindu Undivided Family and Partnership. So, Joint Hindu Family and Partnership we are going to see in this Chapter 5. Introduction of Joint Undivided Family. So, joint undivided family business is a form of business organization. It is peculiar to India. So it is a unique business in India. So only these type of business you can see in India only. Even Asia. In Asia you can see these type of business. So it is one of the business. All the family members are joined together and doing their business. So joint into family business is a distinct form of organization peculiar to India. So it is created by law. So this one also is created by law. They have a separate Hindu law. Based on the Hindu law, they can do their business. It does not have any separate and distinct legal entity to form the member. So member of the family, they can join together and do this type of business. Business of joint Hindu family is controlled under the Hindu law. So all the business affairs are controlled by the Hindu law only. The membership in the form of business organization can occur only by birth. So only by birth, the persons have become the member of the family, or by marriage to a male person who is already in the member. So any female person, they can marry a person to be marry to a male person who is already in the member of joint Hindu family. After marriage, she also become one of the family member of joint Hindu family. Likewise, only they are getting a membership in the joint Hindu family by birth, and if any person can get a male person who is already in the member of the joint Hindu family, they become a member of the joint Hindu family. So likewise, only they are doing the business. So meaning of joint Hindu family: when two or more family members agree to live and work together, so invest their entire resources, and all the persons are jointly do the labor work and share the profit and losses together. So then his family members is known as composite family or undivided family. So two or more families, I already told you, these family members are come by the birth itself. So when two or more family members agree to live, so it is like a joint family. So these joint family members are joined together and entire invest their resources. Whatever they have a resources, they can utilize these resources for doing their business. And also all the persons are joined together to work, and they can share the profit and loss together. That means all the family members are share the profit and losses. So this is called a joint Hindu family system. So there is a two school Hindu school. There are two school of Hindu law. One is a Dayabhaga, another one is a Mitakshara. So Dayabhaga, which is prevalent in Bengal and Assam, it is famous in Bengal and Assam. Mitakshara, rest of the country you can see this Mitakshara. So according to Mitakshara law, there is a son right by birth in the property of joint Hindu family. So according to Mitakshara law, only the male person only getting the right in the property of the joint Hindu family. That means other female member, they don't have any right in the property of the joint Hindu family. So that is a Mitakshara law described. So according to Mitakshara law, only the male member of the family, that means the sons only, they are getting the rights in the property of the joint Hindu family business. Later in 2005, they create a law. So today Hindu Session Act 2005. So after that, they creating the Hindu Section Act 2005 is applicable to all male and female members of joint Hindu family has right to receive the property in the joint Hindu family. So after 2005, they are creating a new law. According to the new law of Hindu Section New Law 2005, all the members of joint Hindu family, that means a male member as well as a female member, they have a right for recover the property of the joint Hindu family. So this is the meaning of joint Hindu family. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me in the meaning. Next, we are going to see the characteristics of joint Hindu family. So now we are going to see the characteristics of joint Hindu family. So these type of business system will continue the business for generation to generation. So every in family will work together. Everyone in the family will work together. So they earn a profit. They can share the profit. In the family members, they can share the profit. So this is come by birth itself, where the family business will start. So first one is governed by Hindu law. This one is joint Hindu family is controlled and managed by the Hindu law. So we have a separate Hindu law. So based on that law, the management of the family will control and manage. So this is governed by Hindu law. Management, all the affairs of joint Hindu family are controlled and managed by one person. That person, his name is Karta. So this is the head of the family. The Karta is the head of the family. Head of the family is known as Karta. He only, all the affair of joint Hindu family are control and manage. He only control and manage all the affair of the joint Hindu family. So this is one most important thing. So head of the family is known as dash. Likewise, they will ask in a one more question. So Karta. So or we can say like a manager. So all the affair of the business and all the affair of the things control and managed by head of the family. The head of the family is known as Karta. So Karta is a senior most male member of the family. Who is a Karta? Karta is a senior most male member of the family. He only manage and control the business. He only manage and control the whole affair of the joint Hindu family. Then membership. So membership by birth. So joint Hindu family, the membership is come into by birth. The membership of family can be acquired only by birth. So membership acquire no consent or agreement. So other than the family members cannot join into family. Only by birth. Even I already told you, child born in a family, the child become a member. So membership require no consent or agreement. So other than the family members cannot able to join Hindu family member. Only the family members by birth they become a member of the family members. Even if a child born in the family, the child become a member of the family immediately. Then liability, except the Karta, the liability of all other members is limited. So only Karta. Karta, I know already told you, Karta is a head of the family. He except Karta, other liability of all the members is limited. That means the amount of debt can be recovered from his personal property, from the Karta. So if any debt amount, other persons are limited liability, Karta only unlimited liability. So any dues, this will be collected from the personal property of Karta. So except Karta, the liability of all other members are limited to their shares in the business. The amount of debt can be recovered from his personal property. So if any business debts, that will be liable only, the liable person is Karta. Other person is, their liability is very limited liabilities. So only Karta liability is unlimited liabilities. Sometimes if we want to repay the debt amount, sometimes the Karta lose his personal property also. Then permanent existence. So death, lunacy or insolvency. So you know the death. Lunacy means any illness, mental illness, or insolvency means he lost everything on that period. So death, lunacy or insolvency of any member of family does not affect the existence of the business of joint Hindu family. So any death or lunacy or insolvency, it happened to any one of the member of the family member, that will not affect any business activities, joint Hindu family business. So that will not affect the joint Hindu family business. So it will not affect the consistency of the business. So business going, the family goes and running their business continuously. So it will not any death of the partner or redundancy or any insolvency, that will not affect the affair of the business of joint Hindu family. Then implied authority of Karta. Implied authority of Karta. So implied authority, also known as usual authority, authority of an agent acting on behalf of other person. Implied authority means Karta acting on behalf of other family members. So any contract or any debt or pledge the property, he only involved. So joint Hindu family firm, only Karta has implied authority to enter into the contract. He only have a right to enter into the contract or any debt and pledge the property. So if you want to pledge any property, Karta only right to pledge the property of the joint Hindu family. So that is called an implied authority. So that is the implied authority. On behalf of other, he enter all the things. He do all the things. So on behalf of other persons, he that means the family members, he do all the things. So he has a right to pledge. He has a right to enter into contract. So these are all the right. The Karta only have this right. Then minor also co-personals. So joint Hindu family firm, even a newborn baby can become a co-person. So I already membership by birth I explained. As soon as a child is born in the family, the child become a member of the family. So joint Hindu family firm, even a newborn baby can be a co-person. Newborn baby can be a member of the family. So minor also be a co-person in the joint Hindu family system. Dissolution. So joint Hindu family business can be dissolved only at the will of all the members of the family. Any single member has no right to get the business dissolved. Dissolve means we have to end the business. So joint Hindu family business, you have to get consent with all the family members. Then only you can end up your business. So joint Hindu family business can be dissolved only at the will. Will means you know that. So you know the will is a legal declaration of person's wishes regarding the disposal of his or her property or estate after death, especially. So based on the will, they can dissolve their joint Hindu family business. Any single member has to get the business dissolved. Any single member has not right to get the business dissolved. So they don't have, a single member doesn't have any right. So for dissolving the joint Hindu family business. So these are all some characteristics of business. So it is governed by Hindu law. The management. So head of the family, Karta only manage and control the affair of the business. So senior most male member is called a Karta. Membership by birth. So this one be membership of the family can be acquired only by birth. Other persons are not allowing in the member of the family. Liability, only Karta have a unlimited liability, others have a limited liability. Permanent existence, death and lunacy, insolvency will not affect the existence of the joint Hindu family business. So it will go, the family goes on doing its business. Then implied authority. So Karta only has a implied authority to enter into the contract, pledge the property and other things. Minor also co-personers. So joint Hindu family, even a newborn baby can be co-personer in the joint Hindu family system. Dissolution. So joint Hindu family business can be dissolved at the will of all the member of the family. So these are all some characteristics of joint Hindu family business. So learn these things, children. If you have any doubt in the joint Hindu family, immediately you can ask me. I will clear your doubt. Thank you, children. Thank you.